Ajay, can you tell me? So I'm going to start with you.
Okay,
This is the elbow. This
right.
is the elbow for us. This is the reconstruction. This is the KL divergence. Can you tell me that which KL divergence we are using, forward or backward? No marks are associated, so don't worry.
No, that's sir. I think we are using forward KL divergence here.
And if I say it's not forward KL, then what you will say? Backward. Can you give me a reason why we are using backward KL divergence over here?
Sir, I said I think we are using forward KL divergence here.
Yeah, but it's backward KL divergence. And
Okay.
I wanted a reason why you require a backward KL divergence. Backward KL.
Sir, idea is to converge to a middle ground uh, with respect to the distribution we want to converge to. So so here I think we are trying. What we tries to do is tries to seek the mean. Uh, so
Mean is actually being, somehow being boils down onto the this part. Forward KL is mean seeking. Backward KL is mode seeking. So this is actually backward KL, which is taking the mode. Fine. Now let us go and talk to आज ऐसे ही होने वाला है आशिमा. Ashima, yes, I wanted to know that this is our basic MSE. MSE is directly proportional to this thing. Question is, how can you say that minimizing MSE is equivalent to maximizing log likelihood? Tell me, Ashima. Ashima, do you got the question?
Yes, sir. So the MSE clause assumes that the real data comes from a Gaussian distribution. So,
Everything is written over here, Ashima. Please see over here. I mark and you tell me what is happening there. I'm marking. What is this and what is this?
so the probability key point is belonging to the Gaussian.
Yes, so this is the probability definition. Then within this definition, what I have written?
So mean is equals to the predicted X gap.
If these things, mu becomes this and sigma becomes this, then this probability is actually going to be this. Because you can see from here, directly coming.
So
now you see that this is the log likelihood, and if you take log both of these sides, so now you see that this is log likelihood and this is MSE, and they are directly proportional. So if you minimize MSE, you are minimizing log likelihood. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to next one. Aman Saxena.
Yes, sir.
Then if this is the case, then what is the problem with this? I mean, you are minimizing MSE, you are minimizing L2 or log likelihood.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the problem with this?
So for blurred images also, the L2 is same. So like we didn't get the good image generation.
Okay, that is one answer, and that is one reason as well. Let us show you this graph and then let us ask. Can you now give a better answer?
Yeah, like there are in this there are two modes, right? But our L2 loss, what it will do is it will try to somehow fit in between. So like suppose we need to we are provide the data is a image of 3 and an image of 2. So it will like try to fit in between, like some part of 3, some part of 2. So it is not a good image generation.
Okay, so it is like that. It's try to fit multiple things, and it's essentially say that it's trying to come up with estimating two modes using one mode. So averaging is going to happen. Whatever
Yes.
you have said is almost correct. Your turn is done, Aman. अभी तुम भाग मत जाना. Ananya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is KLD forward, this is KLD backward. Can
Yes.
you explain that why forward KLD is mode seeking? Forward KLD is mode seeking.
So forward is
mean
seeking.
seeking. Forward KLD is mean seeking. Why?
So suppose, yeah, okay. So then if we are considering P and Q distributions, then Q is smaller than P. I mean, it covers a smaller range of values. So when we'll try to use the KL divergence in the forward manner, then P will try to we have values for P, but we do not have it for Q. So in that case, we will try to stretch it. So after stretching the values if we try to stretch it, then it will try to cover a broader range, but it will somewhere be averaged.
Preeti, Ananya, given this P and Q, the things which are shown to you, can you tell me which one you know and which one you wanted to estimate?
So P is unknown and Q is known.
Yeah. So we try to assume estimate P via Q, and the point is that no matter, and most of the time they both are going to be completely different, no overlap, and and suppose that if you initialize, let me write. So if you are initializing, you may initialize here, you may initialize here, you may initialize here, and if you initialize over here, loss between them is going to be what? KL between this and this. What it's going to be? Forward or backward, whatever.
So infinity.
It's not defined. So if that is the case, then you know you have got your Q over here. You don't know whether to take it here or here, because if you take slightly over here, it will become this, and still your loss is not changed. If you take it here, your loss is not changed, because still it's not overlapping. They are very far. So that is the problem with KL. But then what you do? You say that, oh, it's not converging. Let us re-initialize a Q. Then at second initialization, probably it may happen like this, or it may happen like this, or you become luckily and it may happen like this.
Okay.
Even if this is happening, it will go and see that these are actually giving a very high KL value, forward KL value, and this should not be allowed. So long tails are allowed, but you are not allowed to have any area in which P is not 0, but Q is 0.
So that will
is
cause
why you
stretching.
explained. Yes, so that's called stretching, and which essentially mean that either you will have to come up with things like this or things like this. So overestimation you have to do.
Okay.
That's mean seeking. Your turn is done,
Okay.
Ananya.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Ananya. Anushka. So in the case of reverse scale, it's going to be mode seeking. Why it's going to be a mode seeking for reverse scale?
So because it's already like a flattened curve, so it will, when it tries to fit itself into P, it will come like it will try to seek the peaks which correspond to the modes of the data.
See, what is happening over here?
So it is out of the range, so it will try to fit itself inside the distribution P. So
Yes.
it will try to take up the peaks. So if it tries to fit itself properly under the peaks also, the peak are the regions where the modes are present. So basically it is trying to seek the mode.
Fine, understood. So here this is not allowed because in the reverse scale, it will say that if your Q is some value and P is, so it's also written, P is 0 and Q is non-zero, I will not going to allow that. But that's why it started to come inside. It got stretched, maybe reach to a particular peak or maybe having 2 or 3 peaks combined. Basically, mean seeking, mode seeking, forward, reverse. Anushka, your turn is done. Stretch Q, shrink Q, support long tail, avoid long tail, overestimation, underestimation, averaging, general averaging behavior, estimating only some mode. That's mode seeking. Now, yeah. Anurag Pandey.
Sir.
Anurag Pandey, yes. Given these two distributions, first explain the distribution of P. What does it mean? Your voice is not. Yeah.
So given the X, the probability on the basis of X has been defined in the first curve, sir.
In both of them, the same thing is being shown.
Yeah.
What is the difference between P and Q?
So for Q, we can see that it has been centralized at 0.5. So and for P, it is on 0. So if we have that curves drawn, so Q is like in between 0 to 1 and P is at 0.
P X is X equal to 0, then P X equal to 1, else it is anyway 0.
Yeah.
And the same with Q. If X is equal to 0.5, then it is equal to 1, else the whole thing is 0.
Yeah.
Given two such distribution, can you explain the KL, PQ and QP, which is being written over here?
तो सर अगर हम केएल डाइवर्जेंस का अगर हम फॉर्मूला देखें अगर सर उसमें because we have to see the difference.
फॉर्मूला ये रहा, सीधा साधा है px p by q, qx q by p log में. तो यहाँ पर आ गया px log px p by q, qx px p by q, q by p. अब बताइए.
तो हम दोनों डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के बीच का सर डिफरेंस निकालना चाह रहे हैं सर. सो
तो यहाँ पर सिर्फ x इक्वल टू 0 ही क्यों आया? x इक्वल टू 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 सारा नहीं आया।
सर ओवरलैप नहीं हो रहा है इसलिए।
नहीं मेरा, that's why I have said this thing to everyone. Use your pen, use your pencil, copy and do the thing. Otherwise it's not going to be you. Let me tell you that if I am explaining in the class, I will try to explain it in such a way so that you all can understand, and I am sure that you all understand. But this is actually something which is inside hidden and you will have to do on your own. Px equal to 0, it's also saying that Px equal to 0.1. Everything is being added, the summation over all the x's. Why it's being not shown over here? What is the reason? Anurag Pandey, you have to tell.
सर वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है इसलिए।
वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है इसीलिए तो सारी वैल्यूज आएंगी ना। बताइए कितने बच्चे हैं? ये तो 20 22 थे, 25 हो गए। अच्छा ये ऑर्डर बदल गया यहाँ पे। अन्वेश दास,
यस सर।
आप बताइए।
सर बाकी जगह डिफाइंड ही नहीं है।
बाकी जगह डिफाइंड है, गलती कर गया। क्या डिफाइंड नहीं है? पी तो डिफाइंड है सब जगह। अच्छा पी की डेफिनेशन क्या है अन्वेश दास?
सर एट x इक्वल टू 0 जो px की वैल्यू है वो 1 है, बाकी जगह 0 है।
हाँ तो डिफिनेशन तो है ही ना पी की,
मतलब
तो बाकी जगह
कोई मतलब जो वैल्यू एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करे तो समेशन जब करेंगे तो px इक्वल बाकी जगह 0 हो जाएगी।
हाँ एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रही। देखो गलत वर्ड का इस्तेमाल करोगे फंसा दिए जाओगे। 0 वैल्यू एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती क्या?
मतलब करती है बट वो समेशन में आएगी।
समेशन में 0 हो जाएगी तो लाइटली मत लो, समझे? आपको फंसा दिया जाएगा इस पे। आपका कहना है कि px equal to 0.1 is also there, got multiplied with the thing, but this itself is 0 because of that in the summation it's not contributing. Only this one is contributing and same thing is happening for this guy. Yes, यही कहना चाहते थे अन्वेश दास?
Yes.
Okay. So Anvesh, can you tell me that have you find out the distance between this and this?
Distance between this and this मतलब किया था वो, अभी वाला पेपर नहीं अभी
किया था। हाँ आपने किया था।
हाँ हाँ।
अभी देख के बताओ क्या लगता है? अभी देख के बताओ क्या लगता है?
Zero to 1.5 by infinity plus फर्स्ट वाले में ये जो
फर्स्ट वाले में
P और Q1 1 पे 1 तो डिस्टेंस तो इंफिनिटी होगा। क्यों? मतलब क्योंकि कोई ओवरलैप आ ही नहीं रहा।
ठीक है चलो अन्वेश दास तुम्हारा काम हो गया। अब आते हैं अर्जुन सहदेव। अर्जुन सहदेव।
यस सर।
अर्जुन सहदेव ये बताओ कि P और Q के बीच का डिस्टेंस डिफाइंड है कि नॉट डिफाइंड है?
डिफाइंड है, मतलब यस सर डिफाइंड है।
क्यों?
क्योंकि वो तो फॉर्मूले से हम निकालते हैं सर डिस्टेंस को।
फॉर्मूले से तो बेटा सब कुछ निकलेगा। फॉर्मूला इज इट गोइंग टू गिव यू एवरी टाइम अ वैल्यू? Arjun Sahdev has said, Anvesh Das has said that this is not defined between this and this. Is it defined between this? Yes or no?
No sir.
Why?
Overlap नहीं दिखता मतलब।
There is no overlap between P and Q3.
यस सर नहीं है.
Arjun Sahdev. Now let
Oh.
us go and talk to Ayush Gupta. Ayush Gupta, you tell me, is it defined between them?
Hello?
Ayush Gupta,
Yes, sir.
is it defined?
एक मिनट.
जोर से बोलिए, माइक बढ़ाइए.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yes, tell me.
सर
Yes, sir. I think
हाँ.
we will define.
Why
Sir,
it is defined? Yeah, कौन बोल रहा है?
मेरा डाउट सर वो 0.5 तो 0.8 है, मेरे को 0.8 दिख रहा है.
नहीं, this is 0.5, 0.3,
नहीं, वो
0.2, 0.3, 0.7.
सर नहीं वहाँ पे 0.7 के नीचे
सर एक्सेस पे
0.3.
एक्सेस पे.
अच्छा, this is 0.5.
अच्छा सर फिर डिफाइंड है.
Yes.
मतलब वो मेरे को 0.8 दिख रहा था तो इसलिए मैंने कहा था.
अच्छा, अन्वेष दास बोल रहा है.
नहीं अर्जुन बोल रहा हूँ सर.
अर्जुन, सॉरी, अर्जुन. यस. हाँ, तब ठीक है. अंडरस्टूड. ओके. तो अर्जुन, यू आर डन. अभी किसको बोला था मैंने? अर्जुन के बाद आयुष. नहीं, आयुष. हाँ, आयुष. Problem with the KL divergence was the containment. If things are not contained, it's not defined. Let us now talk about JS divergence. इसमें क्या हो रहा है? बताओ. Tell me what is happening here.
Sir, we are defining M, which is between P and Q distribution, and then solve it.
Why?
Because sometimes the Q is not giving us the appropriate answer. Like later we have seen we got infinite and infinite.
So is that the reason? That is the problem, and still it is going to be the same problem because Q is not in your hand. Q is something via which you are trying to estimate your P, and Q distribution is going to be randomly somehow being initialized by the parameters of my generator, or what you say, encoder. Now, can you tell me that what is the reason of choosing such a thing?
Yes, sir. Because here you have make an example of P and Q where the P is 1 at 0 and Q it at 0.5 at 1. There is no overlap. Still, it will give us an answer like here.
Yes. So why?
So
why it has given an answer even if there is no overlap? But and you are using KL. Yes.
Yes, sir. Because we are seeing something between P and Q, which is M. You have defined where M is equal to P plus Q by 2. That's why.
Yes. And why PM is going to give you every time some answer?
Sir, because it is in between them, no. So if there will be overlap with M, then it will give us some answer.
Yeah, because M itself is having P. So similar to what
yes.
The thing that you are saying, similar to that, M itself is having P. So every time you are going to get some answer. Okay, your
Yes,
turn
sir.
is done. Now let us.
Thank you.
Chandresh Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Chandresh, what is the duty of a discriminator?
सर ये रियल और फेक इमेज में सर वो ये मालूम करता है ये जो भी इमेज आ रही है जनरेटर से या रियल डाटा से, तो उसमें ये डिफाइन करता है ये इमेज रियल इमेज है या फेक इमेज है.
तो ये what should have to be the loss of such network?
Binary cross entropy loss.
Chandresh, you are done. Now let us talk to Divyansh Thakur. Divyansh, can you listen? Divyansh Thakur, can you listen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the duty of a generator?
Hello.
What is the duty of a generator? Yes, you are audible. Please tell.
Sir, basically generator produces a fake images which can be discriminated by the discriminator and which in further compare with the real data set. So basically here in the GAN, G and D are competing with each other. So
Wait,
as
Divyansh Thakur. Wait. Repeat, what is the duty of a generator?
Sir, a generator produces the fake images. It takes input from unit vector 0, 1 instead of real data set.
Yeah, why instead of that? It anyways cannot take this thing because it is taking Z's and they are X's.
Sir, actually, this is the function of GAN, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So
there is a function, but the
yes,
point is that the dimensions of Z and X, they are completely different. Z is a vector, this is a 2D image. So
yes,
it cannot
sir.
be anyways being fed over here. Second point, that is generator's duty is to sample from here, then generate something.
Yes, sir.
Then what such type of image it need to generate?
Then, sir, it goes into the... Hello.
Yes. Tell. Speak. You was audible, Divyansh.
Sir, images. Right.
Which type of images? What is
sir,
the
real data images? Hello.
Real data images. Images which are very close to real data. That is the duty. So do not say everything. I am not saying that how GAN is working. I have said that what is the duty of the generator. Secondly, you have said that it need to generate images that can be discriminated by the discriminator.
Yes, sir.
But that is wrong.
Yes, sir.
What is the duty?
So
Should not be.
Yes, sir.
Should not be discriminated by the discriminator, seems to be as real as possible to the discriminator.
Yes, sir.
So, Divyan, is it mean that with respect to this discriminator, generator is generating something, but suppose that if I have another discriminator, with respect to that, it may generate something which may not be very similar to the real data?
Yes, sir.
And it may also be the case that this discriminator itself is such a poor and a bad quality discriminator, which will see randomly, checker box images or completely white or black images. And because of the inefficiency of this discriminator, it is saying that this distribution and this distribution is same. Okay.
Yes, so
because this yes.
Basically, the main rule of this discriminator is it is a differentiate between real and fake, and the main motto of the GAN is to fool this discriminator. That is, the GAN is generating the real images.
Yes, correct. So, Geetanjali.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see that your generator is taking images from here, points from here, taking, and here it is. What is this space?
So this is the Z distribution, Z mu distribution, or Z.
No, Z mu distribution is here. What is this space?
The generated images which is generated by the generator.
Yes. So the space which is being spawned by the generated image, and this is the distribution for that.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose that some guy is there who can who is giving you this formula. There is a function. It is saying that I know this distribution. If that guy knows this distribution, what is the meaning of that? If I give you a new image, it will take that image and place it over here and can tell you that whether it belongs to this distribution or not. Now the point is that in the terms, in the current terms, this is the data distribution, this is the generated distribution. What is the responsibility of the discriminator again?
सर डिस्क्रिमिनेटर सर ये बताएगा कि जो इमेजेस जनरेटर ने जनरेट की है और रियल इमेजेस है उसमें सर वो एक तरह से सर डिस्क्रिमिनेटाइज करेगा कि जो जनरेटेड इमेजेस है वो फेक है या रियल है.
लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन है अब डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की टर्म्स में बताइए डी की जिम्मेदारी क्या है? व्हाट इज द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी ऑफ डी?
सर वो 0 और 1 की फॉर्म में बताएगा कि
वो तो 0 1 की फॉर्म में इट इज गोइंग टू टेल दैट वेदर इट इज रियल और फेक. In terms of distribution, can you tell me that what it is going to do between these two distributions? Between this and this, these two distribution, which distribution is a fixed distribution and which distribution is a variable distribution, which is changing?
Sir, P of x is a fixed distribution or G of z is a
changing distribution. Yes, that's correct. Now can you tell me that what D is doing? D is trying to estimate this.
Yes, sir.
Via this.
Yes, sir.
So it will try to somehow do what between both of them, both of this distribution? What is the responsibility? Yes.
So basically find the distance between both the distribution.
Yes. Try to find out a distance between them and minimize that distance. And minimizing this distance is actually, it is not using KLD between them. You can use KL divergence between them as well. But here in the case of GAN, it's being shown that it's minimizing the JSD. Okay. Gitanjali, your turn is done. Himani Joshi. Himani Joshi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's come on to this. There is a discriminator loss function. We are having x or gz. Then for x you are having dx and the corresponding label is 1. For gz, dgz is the y hat and the corresponding label is 0.
0.
Can you explain this term?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is if the entropy loss of the discriminator, if the output is from the generator and the ground truth is 0, then the loss will be log of 1 minus the gz, which comes from the binary cross entropy after putting the values.
Okay. Similarly for this, let us come over here and explain this discriminator loss in totality once. No, not this. You explain this thing.
Okay, sir. So here it is that we need to maximize over the batch. When we are saying, then we need to take the expected value of both the generator and the discriminator, and we are maximizing the so generator's output because it needs to go to the value 1. I mean, when it is the dx, then the output should be 1, and that is why we are maximizing it. When it comes to the discriminator, then what we have is we need to minimize the output. So for the GZ, we need to minimize the output, and because
Preeti,
the
wait. Himani, wait.
okay, yes, sir. Okay, sir.
X is coming over here. X is a
Yes,
real
sir.
thing.
Yes,
Real
sir.
thing shown to the discriminator.
Yes, sir.
What discriminator has to make it? Maximize or minimize?
One. Maximize.
One.
Yes, sir.
Maximize. That is
Yes,
why
sir.
it is log of this, log likelihood, maximizing.
Yes.
Clear?
Sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Let us see what is Z. Z is the fake
Discriminate. Yes, sir. Fake
discriminator.
image.
Sorry. Z is the
Fake
noise.
image. Yes, sir.
GZ is the fake image. GZ is
Yes.
a D of GZ need to be
Minimized.
one of that thing need to be
Maximized.
log of that is maximizing. That is why this is maximizing. That is
Yes,
coming
sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Opposite. Generator. What generator need to do? Explain this.
So, so the generator actually wants that the discriminator should tell its image is the actual image, and he needs to fool the discriminator,
Yes.
and that is why it needs to be minimized. I mean, G of Z should be maximized, and in overall we need to minimize it.
Okay. So this is the fake image. D of this for generator, it has to be as close as possible to 1.
Yes, sir.
And one of that thing should have to be minimized. This thing has to be maximized. One of minus that thing has to be minimized.
Yes, sir.
Done. Your thing is done, Himani.
Thank you.
Himani. Himani. Rishikesh Tiwari.
Ji sir.
Rishikesh Tiwari, are you there?
Ji sir. Yes sir.
Okay. Rishikesh Tiwari, let me see. Okay. This full loss we all understand. You have to only tell me one thing, that this generator, why this thing got added over here?
So
This was the thing we just have seen. Why this thing got added?
So to make it look similar like the other parts, sir. To make it.
But to make it similar, if you add something, the things become similar, but the loss will be different. Still we have added. What is the reason behind that? See, I can add whatever I want to look my loss as good as possible, but that may be, something wrong if I add something over here, but still I have added without any problem. What was the reason?
Because sir, log dx part will become, this will become 0 if we have a real image.
इसको पढ़िए.
Since real data कभी भी नहीं आएगा इसके लिए.
Generator. This is the loss of generator. And this thing, generator is never going to see any X. So this is actually never going to exist. That's why it's actually going to be 0, because generator is never going to see an X.
Yes, sir.
That's why we just have added. Even if I add here your name and my name, here I add Aditya Nigam plus this thing. So it does just to make the thing as good as possible or similar to something, but doesn't mean that that's going to vary, because G is independent of that. Understood? Because these are anywhere fixed distribution, things are not in the hand of G. Is this okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now let us go and talk to Rishikesh. Is done. Rishikesh, Himani. Lokendra Singh.
Yes, sir.
Lokendra Singh, you will have to explain. ये सब हो गया. You have to explain me this thing. What is this?
So, sir, here as the G is fixed as we have it has been shown. So to achieve the DG, so this is we are writing this equation that argument and to maximize.
Yes, that is fine. What is the meaning of this? What is this?
So this is a optimal value we want to achieve. That has been achieved, and we want to like we will show the Z, and then we want to achieve the DG.
Yes. So it's being, we need to show, and it's being proved that the best for a given G, the best possible DG is going to be this.
Yes, sir.
Can you see here that what is the best possible, you know, when this thing got converged, when this D, you got such a D, what will be, you know, given this G, this is the thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Given a G, the best possible DG is this. Now suppose
Yes.
that if I say that I am going to give you the best G, for that best G, you are going to get a best D like this. At that
Yes, sir.
point of time, what should be the value of this? Because your network is being converged at that point of time.
So this may be equal
Yes.
to the given G.
Then this will be equal to?
Then this will be equal to 1. Yeah.
No, 1, not 1. When this thing and this thing become same.
1/2.
Yes. You are done, Lokendra. Pradeep. Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you explain this point number 2? What is this G hashtag?
I mean, that is the same as the point 1. Like we are just fixing the discriminator and varying the generator.
Yeah, fixing the
For any
distributor varying.
Yes,
yes.
In the first part, we got that optimal discriminator, and then from that optimal discriminator, we are trying to generate.
What it is saying, once you do this optimization.
Yes, sir. We are trying to make our data look like more as good as like that the original data set generated. Okay. सर
So
मतलब
if you, हाँ बोलो
सर हम मतलब ये कर रहे हैं कि जनरेटर क्या कर रहा है कि डिस्क्रिमिनेटर मतलब जो डेटा सेट है, इमेज डेटा सेट है, उसका लॉस मतलब उनको उनसे मतलब जनरेटेड इमेजेस को उसके सिमिलर बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. मतलब
सुनो मेरी बात, रुक जाओ, वेट, मैं नाम भूल गया, एक बार नाम बोलिए अपना.
प्रदीप सर.
प्रदीप, देखो जनरल बात नहीं करेंगे, जो जनरल ज्ञान कर रहा है. हम लोग कह रहे हैं once I fix this, which is the best for optimal generator with respect to the previous G. What we are doing for this best D, how can we get the best G? And best G is being that given I fix this, and out of all possible G's, I wanted to get the best one. If you do this optimization, it is equivalent to, now you tell, it is equivalent to
the data.
Yeah, so it's going to be that the solution for this optimization is going to be this.
Yes.
And it is equivalent to, tell me.
JS divergence of field.
Yeah, minimizing the JS between them. मेरा आप लोगों को सबको यही कहना है, मेरे नोट्स को ध्यान से पढ़ें और जो भाषा the language that I use, try to follow that completely. This is the JS divergence between them, but minimizing this is equivalent to minimize this. The JS between them need to be minimized. If you minimize such a JS, then at some point of time this becomes equal to this, and at that point of time your DG optimal is going to be 1/2 when your network got converged. Okay, now let us go and talk about Prateek Jain.
Yes, sir.
Prateek Jain, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. I anyways are saying that this is a formula. We are going to use this formula and we are getting this PG is equal to this. This is done. Now let us talk about this B equation. B part of my equation. My total loss is this, in which I am having A, which is having X, I am having B, which is having Z. Can Prateek Jain, you tell me that what is my intent to play around with this B?
So here we want to basically put the whole loss function in terms of X.
Okay.
So what we are doing is we are changing the variable Z to the variable X. So we know that G of Z is equivalent to X.
Yes, keep on saying.
So we are doing a substitution. We are doing Z is equal to G inverse of X, given that G inverse is valid, it is available, and then we can derivate it and get dz is equal to derivative of G inverse of X by dx into dx, and then just putting all these parts into the B equation, we get this thing. So by this we have converted the Z to X.
Yes. Yes. So, and then small substitution that this is actually equal to PG of X. We just have proved previously. Right. And right. Then this thing becomes the point. Fine. Prateek, your work is the only thing you can also do that. Then this thing. Then finally your final BG is this thing.
Yes.
And only X is there. Yes, our purpose
only
is
X.
solved.
Yes.
Yes, Prateek, you are done. Prateek.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Swapnil. Yes, Swapnil, can you listen?
Yes, sir.
So this is. So what is now our purpose? This is my loss. You wanted to for D. What you wanted to do? What you are trying to find out? D as tick, right?
Yes, sir.
And your D as tick is going to be this. Yes or
yes.
no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And your this value, this function is actually this.
Yes, sir.
How to find out the maximum value for this?
Sir, like here dx is the dx is the quantity which on which this VGD depends. So we have to we take gradient or simple differentiation with respect to dx of this whole integral. So
yes.
So since this is an integral and we are differentiating with respect to dx, so this integral will go away, and using so differential integration cancel out using chain rule. So this final expression which you have written will become.
Yes. And then you will get this value. This. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now the role of generator is, so now it's done. Prateek, your part is done. Swapnil. Toshendra.
Yes, sir.
Now how we have got this stuff? Toshendra.
Sir, this stuff?
Yes.
सर ये तो ऊपर ही मिल गया था, मतलब डी स्टार सर चेंज किया है जो ऊपर से हमारा मिला है हमें।
क्यों यहाँ पे ये क्यों रखा?
सर जो मतलब हम जैसे 0.1 0.2 चल रहे हैं ना, तो 0.1 में पहले हम बेस्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेटर ऑप्टिमल डिस्क्रिमिनेटर निकालेंगे, फिर वो वी में रख के उसके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग जी स्टार निकालेंगे।
करेक्ट। तो आपने करस्पॉन्डिंग, तो नाउ यू आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड द करस्पॉन्डिंग जी स्टार विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द बेस्ट पॉसिबल optimal DG, and this is the formula what we are doing over here. अब बताइए यहाँ पे इस स्टेप पे।
सर बेसिकली हमने ऊपर इसको सॉल्व करते हुए ये p डाटा x बाय p डाटा x प्लस pgx निकाला तो उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया है d स्टार g
ठीक
की
है।
जगह पर।
देन यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है ये सर?
सर हम मतलब अपने आप से ही log 2px ये जो दो स्टेटमेंट्स हैं इनको ऐड सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हैं ताकि हम एक रिजल्ट तक पहुंचे।
तो ये और ये going to be used over here and
Yes,
these
sir.
two guys got added.
Yes, sir.
अगले स्टेप में ये दो लोग ऐड होके we have got this, these are two distributions got integrated, you are going to get 1 and 1 over here.
Yes, sir.
And these two things, p data is common, log 2 goes in, not here, log 2 will go here.
Above.
Yeah, so this and this. Now can you tell me that what is this?
सर सर ये दोनों कंबाइन करके अपना JSD बन जाते हैं, JSD डाइवर्जेंस।
Yeah, after combination they becomes JSD. Yes. So there becomes just slightly more combinations and you have got log 4, this and this. This is nothing but this and this. Yes, Toshendra, you are done.
Okay.
Vaibhav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. JSD go to 0, PG goes to PD, VGDG go to minus of log of 4. Loss is not going to be 0, but it's going to be to a constant value.
Yes, sir. Sir,
लेकिन अभी रुक जाओ, मुझे ये क्वेश्चन नहीं है और क्वेश्चन ही खत्म हो गया ना, पार्टी खत्म हो गया। हाँ अच्छा, एक बात बताओ।
Yes, sir.
You read this thing, figure number 2, this visualization, what it is being shown. You read it, let us understand what is being shown in this figure. Visualization of sample, you read it, Vaibhav. जोर से पढ़िए।
Visualization of samples from the model. Rightmost column shows the nearest training example of the neighboring sample. In order to demonstrate that the model has not memorized the training set, samples are fair random draws, not cherry-picked. Unlike most other visualization of deep generative models, this image shows actual samples from the model distribution, not conditional, means given sample of hidden units. Moreover, these samples are uncorrelated because the sample process does not depend on Markov chain mixing, MNIST, TFD, CIFAR10, CIFA, fully connected model, CIFAR10, convolutional discriminator, and a deconvolutional generator. Hello? 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 Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Now audible, sir.
Audible, okay. So, something has happened in between, and I assume that we have not lost anyone. Maybe one or two guys have missed in between. In 2 to 5 minutes, I'm just going to tell you a few things, and then we are done for today's thing. That here, what you can see is that oh wait, sorry, I have to share the screen. Yes, all of you can see my screen. Ashima, you can see my screen. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now you see that initially, suppose that if I have drawn this curve like this, these are my axes, and you can see that this is going to be my log.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Voice is not clear. Okay.
Now, okay, sir.
Okay, now it's okay. Fine. So what I've tried to show is that this is my log graph, and your graph can actually be seen like this. And initially, this is your graph. And initially, this value is going to be very close to say 0. And because of that, this value is going to be log of 1. That's going to be 0, which is going to be here. And at this point, what is my loss? I mean, at this point, what is the gradient that I am getting of my loss? Because that is the thing. Loss is not going to be helpful. Loss with respect to the gradient. And now you can see that if this is the loss, I mean the direction, and what I am trying to show is that, sorry, this is going to happen in this way. And here, if I draw the tangent, probably tangent is going to be this, mostly like this, and the slope is going to be very less, which essentially mean that loss, which is going to be back propagated, this slope is going to be very less. And if your slope is very less, then at least for the initial part, at least for the initial few steps, because this thing is very small and this thing becomes 0, and because of that, this loss itself, the tangent or the loss tangent over that slope is getting very small, so the gradient is getting very small, and because of that, the generator network is training very slow for initial things. First, understand that generation itself is slightly difficult. Secondly, understand that it is difficult, as well as its training is slow. What to do? So instead of this, they have converted this graph into this graph. What is this? So instead of this, if we started to see this graph as this, what is that? Log of d of g of z. Initially, this thing will actually be equal to, actually equal to 0, and log of that is not defined. So this is actually starting from here and keep on going. And where it's going to converge? It's going to converge over here. Why? Because this thing becomes equal to, 1, and this thing becomes equal to 0. So instead of this graph, if we use